Whispers of Enchantment, a love beyond time. In a world where love and longing intertwine with the allure of magic, a tale unfolds, born from the depths of a timeless classic. It is a story that draws inspiration from F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, weaving its own tapestry of emotion and enchantment. Within the pages of this narrative, the familiar characters of J. Gatsby and Daisy Buchanan take center stage, their love story imbued with an ethereal quality, a touch of the extraordinary. Set against the backdrop of a glittering era where opulence and decadence reign supreme, their journey unfolds with emotional depth and a sense of wonder. The story begins as Daisy receives a mysterious invitation, bearing a weight that goes beyond mere words. Drawn back into Gatsby's orbit, their connection reignites amidst the magical ambiance of his extravagant parties. Yet, their reunion is not without its complexities, as they grapple with the lingering ghosts of their past and the intoxicating possibilities of a future reshaped by enchantment. As the narrative unfolds, a secret is unveiled, a pendant of ancient origin that possesses the power to grant one wish. The pendant's ethereal glow captivates Daisy, tempting her with the chance to rewrite history, to reclaim a love once lost. But she and Gatsby must tread carefully, for they soon realize that tampering with time and wishes comes with its own set of consequences. Bound by a profound love that transcends the bounds of magic, Daisy and Gatsby make a choice to embrace the present, to forge a future that is uniquely their own. Their journey takes them through moments of longing, joy, and self-discovery as they navigate the complexities of their relationship and the power of their connection. As the story reaches its culmination, Daisy and Gatsby come to understand that true magic resides not in altering the past, but in treasuring the present and savoring every precious moment. Their love becomes their guiding light, their legacy, a testament to the resilience of the human heart and the profound depths of emotion. In this adaptation of The Great Gatsby, the timeless themes of love, desire, and the pursuit of dreams intertwine with a touch of the magical. It is a story that invites readers to explore the transformative power of love, the choices that shape our lives, and the enchantment that resides within our own hearts. Chapter 1. The Mysterious Invitation. Daisy Buchanan sat in her elegantly furnished room, the soft afternoon light streaming through the delicate lace curtains. As she idly leafed through a book, her thoughts wandered to a past she had long buried. It had been years since Daisy had seen J. Gatsby, the man who had captured her heart in a whirlwind of passion and desire. Their love had been intense but fleeting, lost in the currents of time and circumstance. Yet despite the years, Gatsby's memory lingered within her, an ember waiting to be rekindled. Just as Daisy resigned herself to the melancholy of forgotten love, a servant entered the room, bearing an envelope sealed with an ornate wax stamp. Intrigued, she broke the seal and read the words written inside. "You are cordially invited to an extraordinary gathering at the illustrious mansion of J. Gatsby. A night of enchantment awaits, where dreams shall come alive." Daisy's heart fluttered, and a mix of excitement and trepidation coursed through her veins. There was something mysterious and magical about the invitation, as if it held the promise of rediscovering a love long thought lost. With trembling hands, Daisy accepted the invitation, feeling a pull deep within her being that she couldn't ignore. She wondered what secrets Gatsby's mansion held, what spectacles awaited her amidst the glittering lights and enchanting music. The night of the party arrived, and Daisy found herself standing before the grand entrance of Gatsby's mansion. The air was thick with anticipation, and as she ascended the grand staircase, she felt a tingling energy that prickled her skin. The mansion's interior revealed a world of opulence and splendor, a place where fantasies were made real. Daisy moved toward Gatsby, the distance between them narrowing with every step. She saw a spark of recognition in his eyes, a flicker of the passion they once shared. In that moment, the barriers of time and space seemed to dissolve, leaving only the two of them, entangled in a world where magic and love converged. As they stood face to face, Daisy could feel the unspoken words hanging in the air, their shared history echoing between them. It was a moment brimming with possibilities, where dreams and reality intertwined, and the future held both promise and uncertainty. In this mysterious and magical gathering, Daisy and Gatsby's reunion was just the beginning of a journey that would test the boundaries of love and transcend the limitations of time itself. Chapter 2: A Night of Reunion. Daisy stood before Gatsby, her heart pounding in her chest. The room seemed to fade away, leaving only the two of them caught in a spellbinding moment. The air crackled with an electric energy that seemed to emanate from their very souls. Gatsby's eyes, filled with a mix of longing and vulnerability, searched Daisy's face as if seeking confirmation that she had come back to him, that the years of separation had finally come to an end. "Daisy," he whispered, his voice barely audible over the music that filled the room. "You came." A surge of emotions overwhelmed Daisy, and tears welled up in her eyes. She reached out to touch Gatsby's hand, feeling a magnetic pull that drew her closer to him. "I couldn't resist," she confessed, her voice filled with a mixture of joy and regret. As they stood amidst the swirling throng of partygoers, Gatsby guided Daisy to a quieter corner of the room. They spoke of lost time, of the memories that had haunted them both throughout the years of separation. It was as if a floodgate had opened, and their words poured forth, mingling with the music and laughter that echoed around them. Gatsby revealed fragments of his journey, the struggles and triumphs that had shaped him into the man he had become. Daisy listened, captivated by his story, realizing that he had never truly left her thoughts and heart. The magical aura of the evening seemed to weave its way through their conversation, intensifying the emotional connection they had once shared. As the night wore on, Daisy and Gatsby found themselves dancing together, their bodies moving in perfect harmony to the enchanting melodies. Their steps were imbued with a familiarity that defied the passage of time, as if they were rekindling a dance that had been paused but never truly forgotten. With each twirl and dip, Daisy felt the intoxicating embrace of Gatsby's arms, and the walls that had separated them for so long began to crumble. The weight of missed opportunities and shattered dreams seemed to fade away, leaving only the present moment, pulsating with a renewed sense of possibility. As the music reached a crescendo, Gatsby and Daisy found themselves in a breathless embrace, their foreheads touching. In that tender moment, Gatsby whispered words that echoed through Daisy's being, igniting a spark of hope within her soul. "Daisy, my love, I've waited for this night, for the chance to be with you again. There is magic in the air, a force that has brought us back together. Let us not waste this second chance, for our love is timeless." Daisy looked into Gatsby's eyes, her heart swelling with a mixture of love and trepidation. In that moment, she knew that the path ahead would be filled with challenges and uncertainties, but she also recognized the undeniable power of their connection. As the night wore on, Daisy and Gatsby danced, laughed, and reveled in the magical atmosphere of the party. They savored each fleeting moment, knowing that their reunion was a gift bestowed upon them by fate itself. Little did they know that their journey was just beginning, and the enchantment of that night would lead them down a path where love, magic, and the intricacies of the human heart would intertwine in ways they could never have imagined. Chapter 2: A Night of Reunion. Daisy stood before Gatsby, her heart pounding in her chest. The room seemed to fade away, leaving only the two of them caught in a spellbinding moment. The air crackled with an electric energy that seemed to emanate from their very souls. Gatsby's eyes, filled with a mix of longing and vulnerability, searched Daisy's face as if seeking confirmation that she had come back to him, that the years of separation had finally come to an end. "Daisy," he whispered, his voice barely audible over the music that filled the room. "You came." A surge of emotions overwhelmed Daisy, and tears welled up in her eyes. She reached out to touch Gatsby's hand, feeling a magnetic pull that drew her closer to him. "I couldn't resist," she confessed, her voice filled with a mixture of joy and regret. As they stood amidst the swirling throng of partygoers, Gatsby guided Daisy to a quieter corner of the room. They spoke of lost time, of the memories that had haunted them both throughout the years of separation. It was as if a floodgate had opened, and their words poured forth, mingling with the music and laughter that echoed around them. Gatsby revealed fragments of his journey, the struggles and triumphs that had shaped him into the man he had become. Daisy listened, captivated by his story, realizing that he had never truly left her thoughts and heart. The magical aura of the evening seemed to weave its way through their conversation, intensifying the emotional connection they had once shared. As the night wore on, Daisy and Gatsby found themselves dancing together, their bodies moving in perfect harmony to the enchanting melodies. Their steps were imbued with a familiarity that defied the passage of time, as if they were rekindling a dance that had been paused but never truly forgotten. With each twirl and dip, Daisy felt the intoxicating embrace of Gatsby's arms, and the walls that had separated them for so long began to crumble. The weight of missed opportunities and shattered dreams seemed to fade away, leaving only the present moment pulsating with a renewed sense of possibility. As the music reached a crescendo, Gatsby and Daisy found themselves in a breathless embrace, their foreheads touching. In that tender moment, Gatsby whispered words that echoed through Daisy's being, igniting a spark of hope within her soul. "Daisy, my love, I've waited for this night, for the chance to be with you again. There is magic in the air, a force that has brought us back together. Let us not waste this second chance, for our love is timeless." Daisy looked into Gatsby's eyes, her heart swelling with a mixture of love and trepidation. In that moment, she knew that the path ahead would be filled with challenges and uncertainties, but she also recognized the undeniable power of their connection. As the night wore on, Daisy and Gatsby danced, laughed, and reveled in the magical atmosphere of the party. They savored each fleeting moment, knowing that their reunion was a gift bestowed upon them by fate itself. Little did they know that their journey was just beginning, and the enchantment of that night would lead them down a path where love, magic, and the intricacies of the human heart would intertwine in ways they could never have imagined. Chapter 3. The Unveiling of Gatsby's Secret. The morning sun bathed Gatsby's mansion in a soft golden glow as Daisy awoke from a restless slumber. The events of the previous night lingered in her mind like fragments of a vivid dream. She rose from her bed, feeling a sense of anticipation tugging at her heart. As she made her way downstairs, Daisy noticed a subtle change in the atmosphere. The air crackled with an electric energy, and the mansion seemed to hold a secret, waiting to be revealed. Gatsby awaited her in the opulent parlor, his eyes bright with a mix of excitement and nervousness. "Daisy," he greeted her, his voice filled with a newfound confidence. "I have something to share with you, something that has the power to change our lives." Intrigued, Daisy approached Gatsby, her curiosity piqued. He led her to a small room tucked away in a secluded corner of the mansion. Within, atop a plush velvet cushion, lay an ancient artifact, a pendant adorned with intricate symbols and shimmering gemstones. "This pendant," Gatsby explained, his voice hushed with reverence, "holds a power beyond our wildest dreams. Legends speak of its ability to grant a single wish, to bring forth a realm where desires become reality." Daisy's eyes widened in astonishment and disbelief. The pendant seemed to emit a faint ethereal glow, captivating her attention. She reached out, her fingertips brushing against the cool metal, and a jolt of energy coursed through her veins. "Gatsby, this is extraordinary," she whispered, her voice filled with a mixture of awe and trepidation. "Are you saying that this pendant can truly grant a wish?" Gatsby nodded, his eyes never leaving Daisy's. "Indeed, my love. Legends tell of its power, and I have spent years seeking its truth. It came into my possession through a series of fateful events, as if it were meant to find us." Daisy hesitated, her mind swirling with thoughts and possibilities. She couldn't deny the allure of the pendant and the prospect of having her deepest desires realized. Yet a part of her wondered about the consequences of tampering with such powerful magic. Gatsby sensed her uncertainty and gently took her hands in his. "Daisy, my wish is simple: to relive the past, to reclaim the love we once shared. But the decision lies with you. I will honor whatever path you choose, for our love is not bound by wishes or magic. It transcends all." Daisy gazed into Gatsby's eyes, searching for answers and reassurance. She knew that the pendant held the key to rewriting their history, but she also understood that true love could not be manipulated by magic alone. Her heart wrestled with conflicting desires, to revisit their past or to forge a new future. Finally, she made her decision. With resolve in her voice, she spoke. "Gatsby, while the allure of the past is tempting, I believe our love can withstand the test of time. Let us create new memories, build a future filled with the magic of our own making." Gatsby's face softened with understanding, and a gentle smile played upon his lips. He embraced Daisy, holding her close, knowing that their connection went beyond the bounds of any wish or enchantment. Together, they placed the pendant back on its cushion, its ethereal glow dimming as if respecting their decision. They walked away hand in hand, ready to embrace the present and all the possibilities it held. Little did they know that their choice would set them on a path filled with challenges and discoveries, where love and magic would intertwine in ways they could never have foreseen. Their journey had only just begun, and the pendant, now dormant, watched over them, awaiting the next turn of fate. Chapter 4. Wishes and Consequences. Days turned into weeks, and the enchantment of Gatsby's mansion continued to weave its spell around Daisy and him. Their love blossomed anew, unfettered by the weight of the past or the allure of wishes. They reveled in each other's company, cherishing every stolen moment and building a future infused with their own magic. Yet, as time passed, the pendant remained a silent presence, a reminder of the power it held. Daisy couldn't help but be intrigued by its potential, and questions plagued her mind. What other wishes could it grant? What were the consequences of invoking its magic? Unable to resist the temptation any longer, Daisy approached Gatsby one evening, her voice filled with a mix of curiosity and uncertainty. "Gatsby, I can't help but wonder, what would happen if we were to make a wish? Would it change the course of our lives even further?" Gatsby regarded Daisy with a contemplative gaze, his fingers absent-mindedly tracing the contours of the pendant. "The power of the pendant is both extraordinary and mysterious," he admitted. "While it has the potential to grant our desires, we must also be cautious of the ripple effects it may create. For every wish fulfilled, there may be unforeseen consequences." Daisy nodded, acknowledging the weight of Gatsby's words. She understood that tampering with such powerful magic came at a price. The love they had rediscovered felt genuine and authentic, and she didn't want to jeopardize it for fleeting illusions. With a determined expression, Daisy took Gatsby's hand, her voice steady. "Let us tread cautiously, my love. Our love is strong, and our future holds endless possibilities. We need not rely on wishes to shape our destiny. Our actions and choices shall guide us forward." Gatsby smiled, a mix of relief and adoration radiating from his eyes. "You are wise beyond measure, Daisy. Together we shall forge a path that is ours alone, unburdened by external forces. Our love is our magic, and it shall guide us to the happiness we deserve." And so, Daisy and Gatsby made a pact to honor their love, trusting in the journey they had embarked upon. They embraced the present, knowing that the past could not be rewritten, and the future was yet to unfold. The pendant, once a source of fascination, now lay dormant, a symbol of their choice to cherish the here and now. As time went on, Daisy and Gatsby faced trials and tribulations, navigating the complexities of their relationship and the world that surrounded them. They discovered that love was not immune to challenges, and true magic resided in the strength of their connection. The pendant, though relegated to a mere artifact, held a subtle presence in their lives, a reminder of the potential it possessed, but also a testament to their choice to rely on their own love and resilience. It served as a symbol of the paths they chose not to take, but rather to embrace the wonders of the present, holding tightly to one another as they journeyed through life's intricate tapestry. Together, Daisy and Gatsby vowed to make every moment count, finding solace in the knowledge that their love would endure, transcending time, wishes, and the boundaries of the ordinary. And as they walked hand in hand, their hearts filled with gratitude for the love they had found, the magic they had created, and the endless possibilities that lay before them. Chapter 5. The Illusion of Time. Months had passed since Daisy and Gatsby made their pact, embracing the present and the power of their own love. Their relationship flourished as they built a life together filled with joy, laughter, and shared dreams. Yet, as time flowed relentlessly, a lingering curiosity about the pendant's power tugged at Daisy's thoughts. One evening, as they strolled through the lush gardens surrounding Gatsby's mansion, Daisy's gaze fixed on the pendant, now displayed within a glass case in their home. A mixture of wonder and longing filled her eyes. "Gatsby," she began, her voice tinged with a hint of uncertainty, "do you ever wonder what it would be like if we had made a different choice? If we had used the pendant to rewrite our past?" Gatsby's expression softened, his eyes filled with understanding. He took Daisy's hand and led her to a stone bench beneath the branches of a towering oak tree. "Daisy, my love, it is only natural for our minds to wander into the realm of what if. But let us remember the beauty of our present, the love we have cultivated. The past is a wistful illusion, and the pendant's power cannot recreate the true depth of our connection." Daisy nodded, a mixture of gratitude and nostalgia flooding her heart. She leaned against Gatsby, finding solace in his embrace. "You're right, Gatsby. Our love has grown stronger through the challenges we've faced together. We have created new memories, written our own story. Let us cherish what we have, for it is unique and genuine." As they sat there, enveloped by the tranquility of the garden, a soft breeze rustled the leaves above them. Daisy's thoughts drifted to the pendant, its dormant power still tantalizingly present. In that moment, a realization dawned upon her, a wish she desired to make, one that honored their journey. "Gatsby," she whispered, her voice filled with determination, "let us make a wish together, not to alter the past, but to infuse our future with the magic of our love. Let us wish for a future where our hearts remain forever entwined, where our bond grows deeper with each passing day." Gatsby looked into Daisy's eyes, his own shimmering with affection and hope. He understood the significance of her wish, the desire to cement their love and commitment beyond the boundaries of time. With a gentle nod, he intertwined his fingers with hers, the pendant glowing softly in response. Their combined wish resonated in the air, a whispered promise to the universe. They released their grasp on the pendant, watching as it dimmed once more, as if acknowledging their intention. In that moment, they felt a profound sense of unity, as if the threads of fate had entwined their lives with a purpose greater than they could comprehend. From that day forward, Daisy and Gatsby carried their wish in their hearts, embracing each day with renewed devotion. They understood that true magic lay not in altering the past, but in shaping a future guided by their love and shared dreams. As the years passed, they faced hardships and triumphs together, their bond growing stronger with each obstacle overcome. They created a legacy of love, a story that transcended the confines of time and echoed in the hearts of those who knew them. And as they looked back on their journey, Daisy and Gatsby knew that the true magic of their love lay not in wishes granted, but in the choice to live fully in the present, savoring each precious moment and creating a future that surpassed their wildest dreams. Chapter 6. Embracing the Present. Daisy and Gatsby stood together on the shore, their gaze fixed upon the vast expanse of the ocean. The sun hung low on the horizon, casting a golden hue over the water. The air was filled with a gentle breeze that whispered promises of new beginnings. As they watched the waves crash against the shore, their hands intertwined, a sense of contentment washed over them. They had traversed a path filled with love, challenges, and self-discovery. The pendant, once a source of fascination and contemplation, now held little significance in their lives. "Daisy," Gatsby began, his voice filled with a quiet confidence, "we have traveled a journey that has brought us to this moment where our love stands unshakable. The pendant may have been a catalyst, but it is our choices and the depths of our hearts that have carried us here. Do you see how things can be born in unexpected ways, forming new meanings and life?" Mars asked, his voice filled with wonder. I gazed at him, contemplating the profound impact two planets could have on all of us. With a sense of despair consuming me, I poured out my heart. What a beautiful story it is, but I'm starting to lose hope in my journey. I'm lost here, Mars. I don't possess that magical spark like you and the other planets and stars. Mars, his eyes shimmering with empathy, reached out and touched my shoulder gently. "Do you think it was always like this for us?" he asked softly. Perplexed, I furrowed my brow and questioned, "What do you mean?" His voice held a touch of vulnerability as he revealed, "Before finding myself in this wonderful orbit next to the sun, Earth, and the other beautiful planets, I was a lost wanderer, much like you. In the vast expanse of the universe, as we travel through space, we leave behind a light that represents our memories and existence. But here in the universe, it's not always magic and love. There are other things that form out of despair, black holes. Black holes were once beautiful planets, brimming with memories and love. But when they succumbed to their overwhelming darkness without resistance, they lost their way, their memories, and everyone who loved them. Transforming into black holes, they consumed the life around them, extinguishing their light and leaving them forever forgotten. During my own challenging times, it felt like there was no way to find life again. I was lost, observing all the beautiful planets and stars in galaxies and solar systems happily orbiting together, united. But one day, something changed everything. It was a magical warmth, a loving light calling us all to its orbit. I became the sun, saving us all from that darkness.